my loves, hello my besties, hi, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Alanna. We are going to be doing a TBR video today. I know that I don't have a good spot to set you guys up where you can actually see what's going on. I'm very sorry about that. I will try to hold up all the options. We are going to be using our Tackle Your TBR game today, so here's to hoping that that goes well for us. I'm just going to use a random die generator on my phone, but first we are going to go over the Book of the Month books that I got this month because my box came today, and I also did a little haul. I did do a little bit of shopping yesterday, and I'm going to go through those as well with you guys quickly because they are going to also be included as options for the TBR for this month. So we'll go over the Book of the Month first. The first book that I got was The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark. This is, I believe it's a mystery, but it says June 1975, the Taylor family shatters in a single night when two teenage siblings are found dead in their own home. The only surviving sibling, Vincent, never shakes the whispers and accusations that he was the one who killed them. Decades later, the legend only grows as his career as a horror writer skyrockets. Ghostwriter Olivia Dumont has spent her entire professional life hiding in the fact that she is the only child of Vincent Taylor. Now on the brink of financial ruin, she's offered a job to ghostwrite her father's last book. What she doesn't know, though, is that this project is another one of his lies, because it's not another horror novel he wants her to write. After 50 years of silence, Vincent Taylor is finally ready to talk about what really happened that night in 1975. So that sounds really good as well. I'm just finding so many books that sound so interesting to me in Book of the Month. I adore the fact that I saw so much about this box, this subscription box. I think I started it I don't remember when I started, late last year. And I love it. I just absolutely adore getting this book. I find authors that I never would have thought to pick up. I have picked up books that I never even probably would have looked at. I get to see debut authors, we get some special editions, all that kind of good stuff, and I really love them. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I just absolutely adore Book of the Month. I think it's such a wonderful subscription box. It just is. The next book that we picked up is Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I have not read anything else by V.E. Schwab, but I've heard that they are a wonderful writer. And the back of this has three young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high and one grows deep and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. And the little synopsis in the front, it looks like it's going to be 3 points of view or 3 storylines. This is a story about hunger. 1532, Santo Domingo de la Calzada. A young girl grows up wild and wily. Her beauty is only outmatched by her dreams of escape, but Maria knows she can only ever be a prize or a pawn in the games played by men. When an alluring stranger offers an alternative path, Maria makes a desperate choice. She vows to have no regrets. This is a story about love. 1827 London. A young woman lives in an idyllic but cloistered life on her family's estate until a moment of forbidden intimacy sees her shipped off to London. Charlotte's tender heart and seemingly impossible wishes are swept away by an invitation from a beautiful widow, but the price of freedom is higher than she could have imagined. This is a story about rage. 2019 Boston. College was supposed to be her chance to be someone new. That's why Alice moved halfway across the world, leaving her old life behind. But after an out-of-character one-night stand leaves her questioning her past, her present, and her future, Alice throws herself into the hunt for answers and revenge. This is a story about life and how it ends and how it starts. So that sounds really good. And it is a thick book. She's chunky. But this is the second book that I got from Book of the Month. I really don't have anywhere good to set anything because I don't have a great setup. But the last book that I only got 3 books this month, which, can we get a clap for me? Because that never happens. I always get 5. This is by S.A. Krabby, and it's, no. No, it's not. It's by S.A. Cosby, King of Ashes. And that is the cover. And the little blurb inside says, a son returning home, a dangerous debt, secrets about to ignite, and a family about to be consumed by flames. Sorry, that was bothering me. Roman Caruthers left the smoke and fire of his family's crematory business behind in his hometown of Jefferson Run, Virginia. He is enjoying a life of shallow excess as a financial advisor in Atlanta until he gets a call from his sister, Nevia, telling him their father is in a coma after a hit-and-run accident. When Roman goes home, he learns the accident may not be what it seems. His brother Dante is deeply in debt to dangerous, ruthless criminals, and Roman is willing to do anything to protect his family. Anything. A financial whiz with a head for numbers and a talent for making his clients rich, Roman uses all of his skills to try to save his family while dealing with a shadow that has haunted them all for 20 years. The disappearance of their mother when Roman and his siblings were teenagers. It's a mystery that Nevia, who has sacrificed so much of her life to hold her family together, is determined to solve once and for all. As fate and chance and heartache ignite their lives, the Caruthers family must pull together to survive or see their lives turn to ash, because as their father counseled them from birth, nothing lasts forever. Everything burns. Again, sounds very, very good. I'm very intrigued by all three of these. So we are going to keep these just stacked over here for me to choose from, because there's a lot going on. And then these books are just books that I got at Barnes & Noble. And the first one I got is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I'm sure that everybody knows what this is, but it's a hot one-night stand and an unexpected pregnancy lead a young woman to someone she can depend on, from the viral TikTok author of Next of Kin and Next to You. But I've heard really great things about this book, and I just actually read a pregnancy book, but it wasn't an accidental pregnancy. It was a guy who wanted to be a single dad, and he found a surrogate. But this sounds really good. I've heard really wonderful things about this, so I'm very excited to be able to pick that up. I also picked up Off to the Races, Gold Rush Ranch Book 1 by Elsie Silver, because I really loved Flawless, and I have to finish that series as well, but I figured I would grab another one of her books while I was there. And I've heard really good things about this as well. I've heard so many good things about so many books, which is why I just keep buying new books, because then I get intrigued. And then, speaking of Elsie Silver, I read Flawless on my Kindle, and I have the third and fourth books in paperback, but I needed the second. So I picked up Heartless by Elsie Silver as well, part of the Chestnut Springs series. I still will have to get Flawless and the last book as well in physical form, but for now. And then I picked up King of Envy by Anna Huang, because I have the whole rest of this series, and I actually didn't know that it had a fifth book, but I saw it while I was out and about, and I decided that I was going to pick it up. I actually got this. We have a store in New York that's called BJ's. You need a membership to get in and stuff, but this book was only $13 there, so I picked it up there instead of at Barnes, because it was much more pricey at Barnes. And then I picked up Unromance, Rule Number 1, No Falling in Love by Erin Connor, which I really like this cover. I was drawn straight to the cover. But I picked this up as well. I'm not going to tell you what all these ones are about, but... And then I picked up The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros, because I adore Rebecca. And I'm sure her other books are going to be heartbreaking. I've heard one of my best friend read her Full Measure series and cried like a baby in every single book. And then I got The Pairing by Casey McQuiston, Some Things Taste Better Together. It's the little blurb on the front. And it's got such a pretty, like, sprayed edge to it. And the edge says, Some Things Taste Better Together. And the final book I picked up, I know Rena Kent is one of my favorite booktubers' favorite authors, or one of their favorite authors, and I haven't read any of her books yet. but I saw this one and I had to get it because it's beautiful. But it's called Beautiful Venom by Rena Kent. But I picked this one up because look at how beautiful these edges are. Just absolutely stunning. I really love it. So I picked this up as well. I don't know anything about this, but I've heard Rena Kent's wonderful. So those are all the books that I ended up picking up over the last few days. Well, yesterday and my book of the month box today. But we are going to get right into our TBR, so let's get started. The rules are simple. We roll the die, we move how many spaces, and we start up here, and then if we get down to the bottom, we can loop it back up and continue. Now, I keep saying that I'm only going to pick a smaller TBR to give myself some mood reading, but I think we're still going to pick 10 because I'm a child and I really, really, really love doing games. So, I'm going to set it over here and I'll show you guys the moves, but we are going to roll the die, and we have a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, a new release. Okay, new release. Now that's a tricky, because I'm sure I have new releases, like Summer in the City is a new release, but I think the new release that I want to go with is Fearless by Lauren Roberts, which I did have on my TBR for last month and I didn't get to, so we're gonna go with that for this month instead, because I really do want to finish out that series. All right, the next roll, is 5, and I do have Fearless, I just have it on Kindle, so I can't exactly show it to you when I don't have it physically, but, so we were on new release. Another 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A debut novel. Let me see if any of my book of the month boxes. That's where I get a lot of my debut novels from. So let's go look at my boxes. So we have the Bombshell and Silver Elite. So is Everything Sweet. Every Sweet Thing is better. Passion Project, which is down there. The Bombshell, which is down there. I think we're just gonna go with this one because it's the one that's right here. So we're gonna go with Every Sweet Thing is Bitter, which I am excited to get to. I think this cover, like the back cover of this, is really pretty. The front's pretty too. But this is gonna be our next book for debut novel. So I'm gonna stack that there. And let's roll again. Ooh, a 6. We're just rolling all high numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Favorite trope. Do I want to do enemies to lovers? Enemies to lovers is a favorite trope. So is Grumpy Sunshine. Cruel Prince is an enemies to lovers, supposedly. Nope, I know which one we're doing. We're gonna do Heartless Hunter. Heartless Hunter is gonna be our option for this by Kristen Cicerelli. So that is gonna be our 3rd book on the TBR. And let's go back to our die. 3. 1, 2, 3. Recent purchase. Okay, so any one of these. Or that. Or Summer in the City or Enchantra. Night Work. Right? Yeah. Night Work is new. The Strawberry Patch Pancake House is new. I have a lot of new ones. We're gonna read Heartless by Elsie Silver. Heartless by Elsie Silver is gonna go out on the TBR because that is the next book in a series that I need to read. Yeah, we're gonna go with Heartless by Elsie Silver. So that's book 4. 5 again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 indie or self-published. We're gonna go Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I've heard wonderful things about that. And it's an indie. Now let's pop back over to our die 1. So that's 5 books. So an indie, a standalone. A standalone. I think I have a lot of options for standalones, honestly. Credence is a standalone. Do we want to do Credence? Do we want to do All the Missing Pieces? Do Variation by Rebecca Yarros? Okay, let's do Credence and actually freaking read it this time. We're gonna do Credence by Penelope Douglas. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it, but we're gonna do it. So that's book 6. 2 spots is 1, 2, and that is a color generated cover. Here is our wheel. It's just random colors. Bubblegum. Very pink. Well, the first one calling out to me is that's more purple. We could do Summer in the City. Summer in the City is pretty pink. It's probably gonna be my best option, honestly. Like that's she pink. She pink. So we're gonna go with Summer in the City by Alex Astor. I have not read any of Alex Astor's books, but I am excited to get to them. So that is book 7. Let me go back. 1. Wow, we're really making progress. And the next one is, because we were here and now we're here, a 5-star prediction. Something I am predicting is gonna be 5 stars. Enchantra, I think, is gonna be 5 stars. I think Crescent City is gonna be 5 stars. Let's do Crescent City. Because I've rated every one of Sarah J. Maas's books, I'm pretty sure 5 stars. So let's do it. Let's go with Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood for our next book. I do need to get that sticker off, but it was giving me some troubles. So that is 8. Book 8. 6? That's a 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A book that has won an award. I have one down there that I know has won an award. So we can do Funny Story. The Women by Kristen Hanna. Okay, my love. So the option that I'm going to go with is Funny Story. Yes, it did win an award from Goodreads. So we're going to go with Funny Story by Emily Henry. We're going to roll for our last book. 5. Okay, so we were down on one an award, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A mood read. We like a mood read. I don't know what my mood read will be. Okay, so we have a couple fantasies, fantasy. Darker romance, I think a romance. Every Sweet Thing is Bitter is a mystery. Okay, my loves, the last book that I decided to go with is The Institution by Helen Fields. I figured this would be pretty diverse for us in our selections. So here is our final TBR. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for, sorry I'm rushing, my battery's about to die. Thank you for hanging in. I hope to see you guys in the rest of the videos for this month. Thank you for helping me choose them. I hope you guys stay happy, healthy, and safe. Thank you for the time you choose to give to me. I know it's not something you can give back, so any minute you choose to give to me really does mean the world, and I truly do appreciate it.